Hello everyone, and welcome back to our radio show. I am your host, Ichino, and I am so incredibly excited to be here with you today. Today is July 23rd, Thursday, in the year 2026. I hope you are all having an absolutely fantastic day so far. Now, gather around and take a seat, because today we are going to talk about a very special and trending article from our archive. I want you to put on your thinking caps just like we do in my class, because we are diving deep into the fascinating world of human-computer interaction. The title of the paper we are looking at today is Evaluating a Visual Query Tracer and Builder for Learning Declarative Logic Programming. The call is cuts://x.org/abs/26a7.18864. Yes, that is quite a long title, right? But do not worry at all, because I'm going to break it down so it is super easy and fun for us to understand together. This paper comes from a team of brilliant researchers at TU Dresden, and they are looking into a specific area called Datalog. Datalog is a type of declarative logic programming language that uses simple and thin rules to figure things out. So, let us start by talking about the big problem these super smart researchers are trying to solve. Imagine you are trying to build a really big puzzle, but you cannot see the picture on the box at all. That is kind of what it is like for students trying to learn declarative logic programming right now. In this type of programming, you just tell the computer what outcome you want, rather than exactly how to do it step by step. This sounds really great and easy, right? But the problem is, when things go wrong and you get a bad answer, it is really hard to figure out why. Because the computer does all the complex logical thinking entirely behind the scenes, you cannot easily see the steps it took to get that answer. Researchers notice that there are very few good resources or tools to help people learn this skill. Modern programming environments are completely missing the visual graphs that show these important logical steps. Without a clear visual map, beginners and even experts can get totally lost in the complicated code. If you make a single mistake, all you get is a wrong final answer, and you have absolutely no idea which specific rule caused the problem in the first place. To fix this frustrating issue, the researchers created a totally new tool called Nemo Explain Visualizer, or NEV for short. NEV is almost like a magic magnifying glass for computer code. It takes the invisible reasoning steps the computer makes and turns them into a beautiful, interactive family tree right on your screen. We call this a proof tree. Instead of just staring at endless lines of boring text, you can see exactly which rule leads to which fact in real time. You can zoom in, pan around, and even click on different parts of the tree to see exactly what the computer was thinking at that exact moment. It is totally interactive, meaning you can add or remove rules to see how it changes the outcome instantly. It tested this awesome tool with 14 university students, and the results were simply amazing. The students found it much easier to fix broken code and understand the complex logic, compared to doing it without the visual tool. Now, let us compare this to other technologies that are currently out there. Normally, programmers have to use simple text editors or basic command line interfaces to write and test the Datalog programs. Imagine trying to find a needle in a haystack while sitting in the dark. Standard text tools just give you a giant list of errors or facts with no context at all. You have to hold the entire logical chain in your own head, which takes a massive amount of energy and causes a lot of stress. Some older tools tried to visualize databases, but they are mostly just for finding slow queries, not for teaching or building logic into lively. NEV is completely different because it integrates directly into a web browser right alongside the code editor. It lets you edit the query visually by dragging and clicking shapes, rather than just reading lines of text, right? It is exactly like the difference between reading a heavy textbook about how to ride a bicycle versus actually having training wheels that guide you visually and safely. How does this actually help us in the real world outside of a classroom? Let me give you 3 very specific examples of how this incredible technology could be applied to our everyday lives. First, think about education and learning, how to code for young students. Learning to think computationally is really hard for kids and beginners because it involves breaking down huge problems into tiny steps. By using visual tools like NEV, schools and universities could completely change how they teach computer programming. Instead of students getting frustrated and giving up when their code does not work, They could use this visual tracer to see their mistakes drawn out as a treasure map. This will make learning complex subjects like artificial intelligence and database management much. It turns debugging from a boring, tedious chore into an exciting detective game where you track down the missing clues. Second, this technology could have a massive impact on versatility and keeping our digital world safe. Big companies use logic programming to analyze massive amounts of computer code to find hidden security vulnerabilities. Imagine a huge bank trying to make sure hackers cannot break into their financial systems. They write complex rules to detect bad behavior across millions of transactions. If they use a visual tracer like Nav, security experts can visually map out exactly how a hacker might exploit a tiny weakness. They could see the entire chain of events that leads to a security breach, laid out clearly on a single screen as a connected tree. This means they can fix the holes in their security much faster, keeping our personal information and money totally safe from the bad guys. Third, let us look at the busy world of business, transportation, and logistics. Companies like global delivery services or huge online stores use complex databases to manage thousands of packages every single day. They need to find the absolutely fastest and cheapest routes for their delivery trucks to travel. This involves complicated logic rules about distance, daily traffic, and truck weight limits. Sometimes the computer might suggest a delivery route that seems really strange or super inefficient to the human drivers. Using a visual explain tool like Nemo, the company managers could easily trace the exact logic the computer system used to pick that weird route. They could click on the visual nodes to see, oh, the system chose this longer path because the main bridge was closed for construction today. This helps human workers trust the computer systems much more, and allows them to quickly fix any bad rules in their massive logistics network. Ultimately, it makes everyday package deliveries faster and more reliable for all of us waiting at home. So as you can clearly see, turning invisible computer logic into interactive visual maps is a huge leap. It is not just for computer scientists sitting in a dusty laboratory. It is all about making technology easier to understand, safer to use, and much better at helping us solve everyday problems in our modern world. I think it is absolutely fascinating how something as simple as drawing a tree structure on a screen can completely change how we interact with computers forever. Well, that is all the time we have for today, my wonderful and brilliant listeners. Thank you so much for joining me, your friend, Carney, on this fun learning adventure today. I really hope you learned something new and exciting that makes you smile. Keep asking lots of questions, stay endlessly curious, and I will be sure to see you all next time. Goodbye for now, and have a wonderful rest of your Thursday.